episode of Toon Soup. Uh, I'll be your host for this evening. I am the foundation on this stream, and we'll be reviewing the movie Your Name, which is a Japanese anime film that was put out in the year 2018. Is that right?
2016.
2016. I think it was movie of Best Picture or something. Something like that. And I might be wrong about that.
For a guy who loves to bring up his wiki, I'm a little surprised here.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot to pull up the Wikipedia business.
We're just going to jump right into the film. We're not going to talk about how everyone's doing. You don't want to...
Well, no. Yeah, so I apologize. Before we get into that business, we're going to talk about ourselves because we're conceited. Yeah, so Riggs, what have you been up to lately?
I have been watching lots of anime. I did my taxes, work, and I bought a new grill this weekend.
You bought a new grill?
Hell yeah, I did.
Nice.
Bought a super nice Traeger.
Look at you living the American dream over there.
Yeah, eating all sorts of meats.
Was the wifey bummed out that you bought a grill?
Oh, it was her approval. She graced me.
Wow.
She was gracious enough to give me her approval. I mean, I ain't making that type of purchase without some sort of support.
Right.
And just got that up and running. The internet wasn't working right. You know what the fix was? Using a different device, because apparently my phone can't talk to the grill. Ooh.
Time for a new phone.
You know, maybe. But phones are just... It's very coincidental that phones tend to stop working after 2 years. That's obviously...
Oh, that's on purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, if you
I'm not buying into that. I ain't buying into that. But, no, so now I got it hooked up to the Wi-Fi. No more of this Bluetooth business.
Nice.
I'm gonna be smoking. I'm gonna be smoking my meats and playing my video games and watching my anime.
Can the smoker be hooked up to the network too?
No, it is a smoker. It's an all-in-one, baby.
So you got rid of your smoker?
I am thinking it depends on how this works, right? So we're gonna grill on it, and if Ashley likes the grilling part, we'll just replace the grill and I'll just keep the smoker.
Is it one of the ones that look like a big cylinder? Is that like the...
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just a big...
But you can smoke in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a convection... I would call it a convection grill because that's just kind of how it works.
Those are super
but
nice,
yeah, it's like an all-in-one, man. It roasts.
You can roast a whole pig in that thing.
I mean, a small one, a little piglet.
I suppose.
I mean... You know, some people might be okay with that. Some people might not.
But I mean, like, you can do rotisserie chickens because it's convection and like it's got even air distribution. So rotisserie chickens all day, baby.
Well, all day. So I'm super excited for that. Now that I got it hooked up to the Wi-Fi, it was like 2 days of dealing with their customer service, which was great, by the way. So if anybody's working for Traeger that's listening, watching this, great customer service. But and then, so beyond that, though, I did want to ask you guys if you guys have been watching any anime on Funimation lately.
I have not pulled up Funimation in a few weeks, so no, not on my phone.
So if you Foundation, anything?
Not on
Funimation, sure.
Funimation.
So if you watch something now on the PC port, you get an ad. They are shifting all of Funimation's content into Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Crunchyroll is going to house everything now.
So Funimation's just going to cease to exist?
They're
as an application?
They're done putting new IPs onto Funimation. They're only continuing the current seasons of what's currently coming out. But then once that's done, I think they're shutting Funimation down. But yeah, they're dumping all of their content. So if you look on Crunchyroll, you can you'll see just really old stuff being dumped on there, and it's just like now updated, and it's just tons of shows on there.
Oh man.
So, yeah, Crunchyroll is going to be where it's all going to be at. I think it's pretty cool that they're smashing everything into that. But yeah, they have this little ad, like little 5-second, 10-second ad, right in front of all their shows now. That's like, move over to Crunchyroll, and they're like telling people too. They're like, get a Crunchyroll subscription ASAP, and just start watching all your stuff over there. Because
so what you're saying is like, because like if you already have a Funimation account, you're just gonna basically transfer over to a Crunchyroll account. But being as I have a Crunchyroll account, I'm just gonna now have all the Funimation
just more content.
Content. Oh well, that's kind of dope.
So
now that premiums aren't hiking up though, because I don't want to spend more than $8 a month.
Oh well. Let's be real. We probably will. But
yeah.
I mean, they haven't said it's going up in price. So they haven't said anything about increasing prices, but that's not to say they won't.
Yeah.
And the truth is they will at some point.
I mean, they've been hiking it up. I've had a Crunchyroll membership since I want to say 2015.
I was gonna say probably as long as I've had a Funimation account.
And I remember, like, when I started doing it, it was like $6 a month, and then it went to like $7, and then it went to, I think it's at $8 a month now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's,
you know what,
flat rate $10 a month. But
you bringing this up,
anime fix.
Yeah, you bringing this up has made me think that's why they're that's why they're getting rid of everybody's Funimation accounts, because I'm grandfathered in at like $8, $6 a month.
Right, and
I get it super cheap. So now I gotta jump ship.
Crunchyroll, you know.
Yeah. But I do have a VRV account, a Verve. I guess they call it Verve, but VRV.
Yeah.
And that is a Crunchyroll account. So, I mean, I technically, I should just cancel my Funimation account, but I haven't because I'm lazy. So.
What's all this noise? God damn it!
It's the quiet.
It's the quiet.
There's a bunch of noise coming from you.
Oh, you're probably fiddling Foundation. It's fine.
He's fiddle fucking
You're a
around.
fiddler.
Well, you guys are over here talking about grilling God knows what. You know,
we were talking about Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Where are you? Why aren't you in this conversation?
You zoned out. You zoned out 5 minutes ago.
I did, because I'm like, I don't care to talk about subscriptions to these shits that I already have.
This is an anime stream, Foundation.
I know. I have a Crunchyroll subscription. I have a Crunchyroll subscription and fucking Funimation subscription.
Well, now you cancel your Funimation one.
My fucking my Amazon
Prime
whole no, it's some Amazon anime service that I signed up for that I forgot to cancel.
Oh, was that to watch that film?
Yeah. Yeah, totally forgot to cancel that.
That's funny.
Yeah, but whatever.
Well, what's going on with you? Let's shift this over. Foundation, what's new with you, man?
Well, in the past 3 weeks ish, I've watched. So there's a new season of Dota that came out, which is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Been enjoying
on Netflix,
that.
Right?
Yep. Haven't finished all that up. Last night I watched Bright. It's an anime movie that is like it's about Samurai Soul or something like that. So it's an anime movie, but it's in the same realm or universe as Bright, the movie.
I wonder.
Oh my God! Look who's in the chat. Girls will do what you want.
What is that?
Give any attention.
That is
Bright. Isn't that the? That's not the one that's based off of the non-animated film that had Will Smith in it, is it?
Yes,
on
it's
Netflix?
the same.
Oh, it is the same
universe. Yeah.
What are we talking about? Samurais?
Yeah, there's an anime movie that is called Bright Samurai Soul, and it's an anime movie.
Oh, it's the name. Okay, I got it. I'm following
Yeah.
along now. I thought you were saying samurais were in it. I was like, there were no samurais in the non-animated version. You're blowing my mind.
Right.
But I
So
got you
yeah,
now.
in this one there is.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It takes place in like feudal Japan, and it's pretty cool. I thought some of the voice acting was a little hokey, but it's okay. Yeah, all in all, it was pretty good. I don't think we'll review it here, but I'd probably give it like a 3 bowls of soup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, what else? Dota, and then like there was another anime I started watching too. Well, I watched. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's kind of lame, but I watch it with my kid. It's called Little Witch Academia.
yeah.
Oh, I love that show. It's so good.
It's kind of like Harry Potter. It's a lot like Naruto in a way too. But yeah, it's okay. Briella enjoys it, so
It's one of my favorite animators in the industry is Takafumi Hori, and he's the key animator of that entire series.
okay.
Like the animation and art style of that show is gorgeous. I love that show so much. Same cats that did like Kill la Kill. You know, a lot of Studio Trigger cats.
Yeah, isn't My Hero Academia?
No,
It's not the same studio.
no. Studio Trigger is very specific in their style. Like Studio Trigger when you see Studio Trigger.
Yeah,
I think Toei Animation did.
I
My
thought it
Hero
was interesting
Academia.
that they used the same eye shape type stuff with between those two anime. Yeah, it's weird.
Oh,
Anywho.
the studio's Bones. Bones is the studio that is My Hero Academia. They're a pretty famous studio.
Okay. Yeah.
They've done a lot of really big name stuff like Full Metal Alchemist and.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I just thought the animation was very similar. It's very similar, like to the point where it's like it seemed like it was the same studio. But I don't know. That's interesting. So that's what I've been up to. Just that. I've been working on Pilled a lot, getting ready for another big release in about 2 weeks.
Very cool.
Yep.
Foundation's getting a part-time spot ready.
Yeah.
Available for my wife.
If she can code, give her a chance.
Oh, she can code.
All right.
Just wait till I get my coding chops up. I'll work for you too.
Hey.
So as long as it pays the bills.
Pays the bills. All right. Well, here you go. What else do you guys know?
Haven't been doing much else. Honestly, just coding, and haven't been painting. Haven't been leatherworking. Just coding.
How much leather work? Oh, I guess you did the belt. I don't see you post much. Maybe you're not posting to YouTube much anymore. But
the last thing that I did was my cell phone case.
Wallet?
Yeah, my phone wallet. And before that, I think it was like there was some knife stuff that I did, but like I kind of like go in between like before my oil painting thing, or like during my oil painting, I was doing oil painting, 3D printing, and then before my oil painting thing, I was like doing like a big code stint. So it's like right now, like I'm probably coding like about 12 hours a day, maybe more sometimes.
Jeez Louise.
The other day, I think I put in like a 16-hour day of coding, which was pretty phenomenal.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something else that I'll talk to you guys, after the show about it. It kind of would spill the beans about something that I'm working on, but
can't spill those beans, man. Can't spill the beans yet.
nope. Can't put the beans back in the jar once they're spilt. You know
Once
what I'm
they're
saying?
spilt, yes, that's
Right.
That's that old saying.
Yeah.
About the spilled beans.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho.
Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this movie.
Yeah.
We're not
between
we're
you two fiddlers.
We're not gonna talk about how I've been. Fuck you guys. Jesus.
Oh God! All right.
I'm sorry. I thought you had already gone when you were talking about.
This is anybody who's watching. This is what happens when we don't stream for a couple weeks. A little on edge. We all gotta have our say. This is why we need to stream on a weekly basis, guys. Or we vent it, we let it out. This is all building up.
My grievance that I'm airing is that neither of you said,
what?
Ketsu, how are you?
Ketsu,
what's
you
going
and I
on with you, Ketsu?
Ketsu, you and I were having a great back and forth about Crunchyroll, Funimation, and stuff like that, and then Foundation got upset because he didn't feel a part of it. So
because he didn't decide to interject himself into a conversation that was an open dialogue.
That's right.
Listen,
all right, Ketsu, let's hear it.
Yeah. What have you
been I'm fucking great, guys. I'm so great. Thanks for asking. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you what, last couple weeks, real doozy. No, I've just been busy, like working and I guess just like reconfiguring things that are going on in my day-to-day life, just working and I don't know, same old shit. Sure. Been playing Elden Ring when I have the time to, when I'm not like out working or being a socialite, and I love it. I love it so much. It's the coolest, the greatest thing that's ever been created. It's a masterpiece. Shout out to From Software. I started watching an anime on Netflix.
Can I guess it?
Yeah.
Is it Cuphead the animation?
No, it's not. But I do really want to watch that though. I really want to check that show out.
All right. We'll have to get your opinion, but after Ketsu's.
Yeah. I started watching this show called Carol and Tuesday. It's a Netflix series about these two girls who are like musicians. One's a pianist, one's a guitar player. They're both singers, and they're just like a phenomenal duo. And it's based on Mars, and it's basically like they go through like Mars talent, like almost like American Idol, but on Mars, for them to become like the next big pop, sensation. But it's created and directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, who did Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy. So the animation's really cool. The soundtrack is incredible. They have a bunch of like really great artists that contributed to the music aspect. So it's like a musical fiction anime. But I was like super captured with like how well they did like the art style, like the plot, comic relief, and like the creative, kind of musical artist aspect of it too. So kind of a breath of fresh air for me. I haven't liked an anime or watched something that I was into for a long time now, and this is great. I love it. It's new. It's fresh for me, so I'm loving that.
Nice.
But yeah, all the rest of things are generally speaking really great. I'm fucking over the winter. I'm sick of this cold shit. Want it to be warm so we can be more productive people again.
I'm always productive.
Yeah, how's your painting going?
I've been working my ass off on coding.
Right.
All right.
You've
gotta take time for yourself, Foundation. You gotta take time for yourself.
You gotta rest. You gotta enjoy
all these people,
endeavors.
All these Foxhole and Pilled users appreciate your hard work, but you gotta take time for yourself, or else you get diminished returns, sir.
Hey,
diminished returns.
Man. The time that I have to myself is try and spend with Briella. So.
Oh, that makes you a
Oh,
great father.
a loving father.
But she's not a viewer, so you don't have to suck up to her. We don't need that. Don't give us that.
Is your mom out there in the chat?
Probably not.
Okay, that's too bad.
She ain't liking your ugly mug.
Shit. This whole time I thought I didn't have an ugly mug.
What'd you think about the Cuphead anime show?
Tell us about it. A little. Don't spoil it.
Don't
I haven't
spoil
seen it.
But
I think it's very like old time old time cartoony fun. And I think it holds true to the game and the lore that it lays down, and I think it's kind of just like funny enough that it's like it's not obscene or anything. It's, you know, everybody can enjoy it, you know, no matter what age.
I think that it's rubber hose like animation style, which I think is cool, like very, very kind of like 1920s, 30s, early art style.
Yep. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
The introduction is kind of weird. But it's
how much have you seen the whole series, or just like?
I think I've seen like 10 episodes.
Oh wow, okay. Did you play the game at all when that came out?
I probably put like at least 40 to 80 hours of my life into that game.
Dude, that game is so hard.
Yeah, I've gotten all the way to the end. I haven't beat the devil yet because like me and Briella purposefully didn't beat the devil yet because the next game hasn't come out. So like we were like, oh, we'll just beat the devil when, you know, the next game comes out, then we can just move on to the next game. And but yeah,
your logic makes no sense.
It did to Briella.
Right.
It did to Briella. It's okay.
All right.
So yeah, I beat most of that game, except for Briella beat this harbor one, where you have to go around this harbor thing. For the life of me, I couldn't beat that one. It's just like the worst. But like, it's funny that like everybody seems to have like a different level that they can't beat, like whether it's the dragon or the cupcake lady or whatever.
Yeah.
I beat all of them except for that stupid harbor one. Even King Dice. King Dice wasn't even as hard as the harbor one for me.
I thought that whole game was ridiculous.
It is. Not gonna lie.
It's really fun. It's really good. It was just also like, it was almost like playing a Dark Souls game. How goddamn aggravating I would get like these boss fights is just insane.
Yeah.
What did you play it on?
Xbox One.
Okay.
Yep. It's very difficult.
I play it on the Switch, so it's like,
ooh,
those controllers, you know, if you're playing with your Joy-Cons, like that's adds another level of challenge to the game itself. So
yeah, man. Yeah. I don't think I could beat it on that.
Yeah, it was a feat for sure.
Yeah.
And then you get to New Game Plus, and it's a little harder. It's great.
Yep.
Well, cool, man. I'll have to check out that show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Oh.
Okay,
nothing else new and exciting, Riggs. No one has anything else to say before we move on.
I'm good. I don't have any.
You guys, you
both
should know me. I can talk
with you guys all night.
We can BS all night. Yeah, I was like, let's start.
Like,
we can start. We can talk about Elden Ring. We could talk about whatever animes. I mean, I could. How exciting things are gonna happen.
Foundation hasn't played
season 2 of Shield, Rise of the Shield Hero, and season 4 of Overlord coming out supposedly this year. Ooh, this is gonna be a good year.
Did they give it a
good year for me? Good year.
Overlord?
What?
Did they give a release date?
Yeah, it's supposed to be this. Not like an official date, but it's supposed to be this year. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that'll be nice. I'll watch that.
So good.
Well, Foundation, you should play. You should play the Elden Ring video game. It's.
I don't even know what console it's for.
Any of them?
I know them. You can play it. You can play it on your PC. That's where you'll get the most. The best performance.
No, you won't.
Never mind. Apparently, there's so many bugs. It's not working.
No, you won't.
So play it on your Xbox.
The best, I think, right now, best performance people are getting is PS5, surprisingly, and then Xbox, and then PC is just not. They got bugs they have to fix. But eventually, PC will outperform both. It's just it's still super fun. It's really weird. The game like lags, but the whole game lags down. So it's not like as you're fighting, things are skipping around you or you're getting hit. Like it's just the whole thing is slowing down. Like,
oh wow.
So it's not actually too detrimental. Like you can still see what's going on and react, but the timing is off. Where it's not like you're just walking and all of a sudden you're dead type of deal.
Yeah, that's still weird though.
But yeah, they got some bugs to work out with PC. But yeah, we could talk about this film. Let's get into it. Let's
move it. All right, talk about your name.
Give a spiel.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, I took my headset off.
He's getting serious.
No, I just this. So Haley broke my other headset that I had with the blue.
It's okay. Keep going.
Anyway, sorry, Brilla was distracting me. So like there was these like this purple pair of Beats headphones upstairs that I nabbed, and like they just squeeze my ears, and it's just annoying.
I'm not a fan of those headphones that just sit on your ear.
Yeah,
I have these big ones that go over.
Right. Yeah. So Haley hyped my pair of those and then broke them, and yeah. So, cheers.
Oh, someone got dramatically louder, but
I did.
Yeah, for a second there, real loud.
What are you drinking? Is that fucking carrot juice?
No, it's like it's a little bit of Rockstar mixed with orange juice and a little bit of what's that one shit? Blue Sapphire gin, and then some of this like red powder vitamin mixture with some water and ice.
God, are you trying to give yourself a fucking heart attack, man?
Yeah, what are you?
God. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just
I want to drink gin.
Why don't you blend up a banana and throw it in there while you're at it?
It kind of tastes a little bit like some sort of smoothie.
Oh,
man, more power to you, I guess.
I'm just like the energy drink aspect is like that's where you lose me because like that stuff's not good for you. Like gin and juice, delicious, but you don't need the Rockstar. You don't need that in there.
No, it's sugar free. Fuck it.
Sugar free.
What am I supposed to?
We're getting off. We're getting off on a tangent.
Would it be okay if I? Okay, fine. I'll let it go. All right.
Save it for another stream.
Fuck. Okay. All right. So the movie that we are reviewing for this week was called Your Name. Let me pull up the synopsis here real quick. Let's see here. All right. Fine. I'll let it go. All right. Just save it for enough. That's weird.
Technical difficulties.
No, it was because it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. In 2013, Mitsuha Mizu. I'm sorry. I butchered that.
We all know.
Okay. It's a high school girl living in a small rural town of Itamori, Japan. Bored of the town, she wishes to be in Tokyo. No, that is not how that movie goes. One day, she inexplicably begins to switch bodies intermittently with Taki Takabana, a high school boy in Tokyo. Thus, when they wake up as each other on some mornings, they must live through the other's respective activities and social interactions of the day. They learn they can communicate with each other by leaving messages on paper, phones, and sometimes on each other's skin. Mitsuha
sets Taki up on a date with a coworker, Miki Okadura, while Taki causes Mitsuha to become popular at school. One day, Taki accompanies Mitsuha's grandmother, Hitoa, and younger sister, Oyoshata,
Keep going.
whatever, to leave the ritual alcohol Kochima Kamikaze made by the sisters as an offering to the Shinto shrine located on a mountaintop outside of the town. It is believed to represent the body of the village guardian god ruling over human connections and time. Taki reads a note from Mitsuha. This is a really long plot.
You're not going to read the whole fucking plot from Wikipedia, are you?
He's got 2 more sentences. You just keep
I'll
talking
just get
through it, buddy. You can make through it. Come on.
The next day, Taki wakes up in his body and goes on a date with Miki, who tells them she enjoyed the date, but also that she can tell he is preoccupied with thoughts of somebody else. Taki attempts to call Mitsuha on the phone, but cannot reach her as the body switching ends. Anyway, there's a lot more to it than that. So there's 2 main characters. There's Taki and Mitsuha. And basically what happens is that, like, they just start switching bodies in this sort of weird, like, Freaky Friday sort of sense. If you ever saw that Disney movie. And then, they go on to uncover, like, who these people are, what their interests are. And then they learn about this, like, sort of, like time frame that they're from. And it's really interesting. So my take on it, like how I feel personally, is like I really enjoyed the movie. The first 20 minutes of it, I was like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, no, seriously. Maybe the first 10 minutes, I was just like, what the hell is going on here? I thought it was like supposed to be some sort of weird, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, because I thought the concept of this whole body switching thing was very awkward, and I was just like, this is strange. The movie pulls it off in kind of this weird way, because they introduce this sort of, I don't know what you want to even call it, almost a temporal paradox, like where she's actually not even from the same time, essentially, that he is in the time frame that they're communicating with each other. That's when the movie got really interesting for me, because it added a lot more depth to it than, like, sort of that slice of life awkward anime that it was shaping up to be in the first, like, 30 minutes. Whereas, like, you might think it's like comedically funny or just comedic. To me, it was just like kind of.
It's not your cup of tea. We got it. Yep. I mean,
but the movie fixed itself and got back on the right course, and then like I really, really enjoyed the movie after the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes.
It's kind of ironic being you're the foundation and you fucking despise character foundation building and plot foundation and progression of a story.
Okay. There isn't anything that great to build upon when you're like, I mean, this might sound callous, and it is. But it's like when you're coming from a sort of slice of life genre movie and you're a high school student, I mean, you kind of fit into a couple different, stereotypes or archetypes in those movies. And it's like character building at that point is like, fuck, that wasn't even character building. It was just like nonsense. It was just like.
What do you mean it's not character building?
It's stupid. It was like that.
But here's the thing: is I don't think I think this is what is your problem with all slice, because this has been the last 3 movies in a row. I'm pretty sure you've said the same
you guys
thing.
are obsessed with
You
slice
hate
of life stuff.
you hate the beginning because you hate slice of life, so you walk into it not liking it, and then the film,
a preconceived notion.
The film switches your position on it by how well it's done. So really, it's a thanks to how well the film is, because you've already gone into it not liking it, and then you transition to liking it. There is a lot of character building in those first 30 minutes.
Yeah,
While they're switching, they're talking about, why are you acting differently? You're not acting this way. They're showing them, hey, this is what the person does. So like when she takes his body, she has to go to work for him. And you get introduced to the friends and how they're reacting to him, and how she really doesn't have any friends at school, and she kind of gets bullied, and like what's going on with her family life, and how like her dad is going out for governor, but he pretty much threw his wife's his widow, well, he's a widower, so his dead wife's family aside, which is very unusual for the Japanese culture. I mean, the fact that he threw that whole legacy aside is actually a pretty big deal, and that he doesn't have regular contact with his children. Like, the grandma lives and raises the 2 daughters. Like,
yeah,
I mean, so there is a lot of character building.
Yeah, there's a lot more characters than just the 2. But I just thought the first like 10 minutes and then shenanigans was just kind of stupid, you know.
I think that you just felt embarrassment because there was like awkward moments, which is like, that's the point. Imagine waking up in a body that's not yours. How awkward would that be? Like, you're supposed to feel something like that.
It'd be super awkward. I just, sometimes, man, like,
you're also a prude, and
I mean, let's be real. I mean, if you woke up and you had tits all of a sudden, you'd probably be like, wait a second, what is going on here? And then you'd be inspecting.
Yeah, that would be
like, this is not normal. And then her reaction was like not wanting to look and not wanting to do anything.
Right.
It was
like, I have to use the bathroom. How embarrassing is this? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean,
because didn't she they got into an argument because the sister was like, "Oh, you're not grabbing your boobs this morning." Like,
yeah. So, it was awkward. It was like super.
It's all right. It's all right if things make you awkward.
See, that's the thing. It's like the awkwardness didn't lend to the plot of the movie. Like,
but it doesn't need to. That's what's called comedic relief. It's supposed to be able to take you out of the depth and seriousness that is what the plot is, and just make it a little lighthearted, and then it comes back. You can't be always deep in it. You can't
flavor, man.
Yeah, you can't. It's a roller coaster, baby.
Yeah,
ebb and flow.
Anyway, I mean, I didn't hate the film, so don't give me a hard time.
Well, I know you didn't hate the film. That's why we're giving you a hard time, because you walked into it hating it, and you came out not hating it.
Into hating it, I just
you said, and
I had a misconception about like what the hell the movie was going to be about, and then I was rewind
the stream. You called it stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid. It is
okay.
Stupid. The first 10 minutes was fucking stupid. Period.
All right.
Like that movie could have started like 20 minutes down the line. I've been like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, I get it. There's character building, there's plot building there, but I think it could have been done a different way. Just like the end of Fireworks. I thought the whole movie was like pretty good, but the ending was like so left you on a cliffhanger that like you're like, oh, that's annoying too. Like cliffhangers and like, what actually happened. Like that sort of pisses me off. Like when movies do that. So yeah, I'm not the type of person that's like gonna like every aspect of every movie that I see.
I respect that.
I
respect a critical analysis.
I appreciated that they got together at the end of the movie.
They didn't get together though.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Not technically. I mean, they were like, didn't they just say hi to each other? Like,
Well, they were like,
no, they just asked, "What's your name?"
no, it's like,
That's how
hey,
it ended.
well, yeah, it ends like, hey, haven't I
But
met
that's
you
how it
or haven't I
started.
seen you somewhere before?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, what's your name?
she's like, oh, I thought the same thing, and she starts crying because they both realize like
Subconsciously, yeah.
that's who they
Right.
were.
That's like, okay,
And then
they're
they ask what their name is, which in turn is like, yes, they get together.
And then boom.
That's the
credits.
romance. That's the romance story of it.
I mean, I like to think they didn't get together.
wow, you must really like.
I don't think we watched the same movie.
No, let's be real. They got together.
Yeah,
Any-
of course. Come on.
Yeah,
It was through a cataclysmic roller coaster, a comet impact of 3-year indifference, like this fucking metaverse plane. To not get together in the end? No, it's not that ambiguous.
I know.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes.
I like to pretend it is.
Nail biter. Like it was almost difficult to watch.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense at the end.
Yeah, it did.
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah, I was like, God, fucking save her. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, dude, what is this chick doing? She has like literally like 30 minutes before that fucking comment falls, and she's busy trying to like, ride a bike across town, and then she biffs it, and then like you're just like, holy shit, this is why she dies.
Yeah. Who else? Out of curiosity, what would you have done? Okay, so you're in the safe zone, all right? So where she was in the safe zone.
Yeah.
Would you, knowing you're seeing the comment and you're like, you saw it broke and you're staring up, are you going into the city knowing you're gonna die? Or
if you knew you had enough time to get to the city and back to the safe zone for the sake of saving the entire town,
yeah,
I'd do something heroic like that. Maybe if I was an anime character, yes.
Yeah, I would too.
I just kept the thing I kept thinking was what? Why?
She's
I'd pitch up a chair and just watch this shit go down.
She's brave. She's selfless.
I'd call my sister, my family, be like, look, there's a comet that's gonna land. You guys better get out.
Yeah, but
I'm sitting here at the tree.
She tried doing that, and like she got like scoffed at, and like they had to go with.
Her dad's a douche.
Right, and because he's a terrible person, and then she had to like resort to guerrilla tactics to like bombing her friend's father's like work site, like hacking the radio system from the school itself. And then eventually there was her dad was like, this isn't like, after he takes over her body, he's like, well, this isn't, you're not my daughter, who are you? Right. And he's kind of like, okay, something isn't right. And then everyone was evacuated by oh my god, but it was a thread. It was threading a needle there.
It was intense. Now okay, another question. And this is the only problem. I mean, outside of, obviously, it's just like mythology, right? And it's all like time travel, whatever. But don't you think it's a little weird that in that day of age, nobody connected the comet that hit this town 1,000 years ago, or this area 1,000 years ago, happens to be the same comet that's coming around? Like, that will never happen. It happened the last time that comet came whipping around. Like,
that's interesting.
It blew my mind that nobody was like, you know what? Maybe let's, we can still watch it from the school. Yeah, let's go over there. They're like, no, that won't ever happen.
Right, the odds are stacked against it. But
well, I mean, was the comet that passed 1,000 years ago? I don't think that it was.
Yeah.
Was there a fragment that broke off and then exploded, and that's where like the middle of the tree is? So like there was impact. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's the lake. The lake is a crater.
Yeah, there's a huge crater.
So the lake is the crater.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then they built the town around it. And obviously it happened long before the town was there, but
Yeah.
so but you would think with that day of age of science that they would be like, hey, and they have a story of there's an ancient story passed down that says a comet hit this 10,000 years ago, right at the same time this comet is now passing by. It's literally the same comet. Like,
yeah, honestly, I didn't even make that connection.
I was like, wait a second. In this day of age of science, how is nobody getting this? Like, I was like, this is dumb. You see this stuff in ancient films where people are superstitious about comets and the end of the world. Like, they would have been like, absolutely, let's get the hell out of here, guys. And they would have booked it.
Yeah.
So it seems like hundreds of years made them dumb. And they're just like, no, light. Maybe they deserve to get crushed. At least the dad did. Dad should have stayed there.
Any of them really deserve to get crushed there?
The dad was a dick. He was not cool.
He was.
He was a bad dad.
Yeah. So,
anyways,
Ketsu, what do you think of this movie?
I love this movie. That's why I asked us to watch it. I'm disappointed that you had such bullshit to say about it. It really hurts my feelings.
Oh, it does? Okay.
I'm just no, I think this movie is great. I really like, the time paradox kind of thing, and how like you mix and mingle that up with the romantic slice of life aspect. So it's kind of cool, like romantic science fiction. All the things we touched on, like the nail biting scenes, like things can get really on edge, things can get really heavy, things can get pretty emotionally deep, for like when you get to know like who these characters are and what's going on around them outside of like their own personal like feelings and endeavors with each other. I thought it was great. I thought the animation style is really, really well done. I think it's really pretty. I really respect the director of this film and like most of his other works that I've seen. I think they're all really good. I've never been disappointed in any of them. This was like, I think probably his most well received, especially like in chronological order. This was like one of the most well received movies in Japan. Like the second highest grossing film in Japan of all time, right behind Spirited Away.
Really?
It was certainly like the film of the year in 2016. Like it grossed over like 25 billion yen. Just in that year alone. We're breaking records for like making over $100 million, like, in box office sales, like, on an opening. People like this was a really, really well received film. Like it's gotten a lot of accolades and is regarded or is looked at in very high regard. So I don't know. I love this movie. I think it's great. You can be on the edge, you get some emotion, you get some sci-fi, like there's moments where people, you can shed a tear. It's kind of a full package. There's humor, it kind of hits all five flavors and senses as you can say. I love this movie. I think it's great. I even bought it. I went on Amazon and I was like, you know what? It's $7. I'm gonna just fucking buy it.
Bought it.
So instead of renting it, I just bought it. So now I have I own a license to watch this movie whenever I want. And I watched it subbed. I guess I'd have to watch it dubbed to see how well things translate, but I'm pretty sure people said that the dub was pretty well done.
Yeah, I liked
it. Voice acting wise, and like just kind of staying true to the original script as well as you can translate it. So,
yeah,
man. I mean, shit. If you're asking me, I'm giving this.
Well, we're not doing the bowls yet.
Oh, we're not doing it.
Oh, okay.
Riglock, what do you?
What's happening? I thought I was already pretty clear, but I'll repeat myself.
Please do.
I thought it was great. I enjoy slice of life or a lot. It's always fine, but yeah, it had a couple of as I said, a weird inconsistencies that I was just like, what's happened? Like this doesn't make any sense. But it was really good. The other part I didn't like was when he was looking for her. At no point did he tell his friends kind of what was happening. Like it's just like he didn't tell anybody, which I just felt was weird. Like wouldn't you
At what point?
say something to somebody?
Oh, when he went to
Well,
go.
he went to the town. They're like looking for him. Like they didn't know what he was doing. He
Well, he
just
didn't
said
want-
it. I think he didn't say he was looking for this girl that he's been talking to, and this is her name. Like he didn't give them any information.
Well, he
Like,
didn't want them to come along. He didn't want them to,
well, right. I understand that he wanted to do, but it's not like. But they did come along and they were helping him. So it's just like, why wouldn't you? I don't know. I just feel like, and maybe that's a cultural difference that I won't really understand. But it just seems like that is extremely introverted of him to be like, to not be sharing with his friends that he's been talking to this girl and that's who he's trying to go meet because he wants to have a relationship with her. Because at this point he didn't know that there was like a time thing. He just couldn't call her and couldn't find her. So he was looking for a name in a city. So it was just like, it's just weird that he wouldn't give that information. And it wasn't until I forget who told him, but that they're like, yeah, that city doesn't exist anymore. That was hit by the comet. And they're like, oh, like the two other people were like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And like, it was like, they could have told you this from the beginning. Been like, no, dude, you're a crazy person. That town is destroyed.
Yeah, I mean,
It
with all
doesn't
that
exist.
time with the
Like,
you would have think that would have come up or something. Maybe.
so I do feel it's weird that he didn't talk to his friends about it. But again, maybe it's just a cultural thing. Maybe that's just more common in Japan with kids. But I don't know. I would say if it was us, I'd be like, yeah, I was talking to this girl. This is her name, and she lives in this town. I'm just trying to find her. I'm having a hell of a time trying to do it. Like, but it's interesting how the memory stuff was working. Like they forgot once they basically changed how the time flowed.
Yeah,
they had forgotten each other like almost entirely of like what they were doing or why, like, and they were actually fighting that during the whole motion of like everything happening. So that was like also added to the intensity level because she was like, wait, what am I doing? Like,
yeah.
And her friends were like, we're trying to get out of here. Remember you said she's like, oh yeah. Like,
yeah. That was an interesting part of that film. Because like even the text messages or the notes on the phone would like, vaporize. Yeah, that was really interesting.
But yeah, it was so that was it was crazy. And then I thought it was, I mean, it's cute in its own way, but when she was like, oh, like write each other's names down, and he wrote "I love you," it was like, come on, man,
like, damn it,
write your name.
What's this tongue in cheek shit?
Like,
you guys are trying not to forget each other 3 years apart. Like,
yeah,
don't try to be cute now.
Yeah, I was just like, come on. I was like, oh man, that's messed up. Like, but it all worked out, I guess, in the end. Or so Ketsu says. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it.
I think it worked out.
I'm pretty sure it worked out.
Unless I see them walking into a movie theater holding hands. Not happening.
Anyway, wow. Okay. I don't understand how you could even come to that, wrong conclusion.
For all you know, they go walking out from their alleyway and one of them gets hit by a car.
No, they're going down a flight of stairs and they turn around, and I guess
they got to walk somewhere. I'm just saying they could walk out of where they're going. I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's okay. For a guy who walked into this film not liking it, you really seem to be pushing me towards the happy ending, sir.
I enjoy a happy ending. Not gonna lie.
I mean, half of fun should be I can make whatever ending I want because they didn't make one.
The hell if they didn't? How dare you? How dare you, sir? Anyway, yeah. Well, that's cool.
You ready to bowls of soup sit?
Yeah, I would give it.
Ketsu's. Oh no, Ketsu was eager. I'm giving it Ketsu's first. He was eager to throw it out there.
Hear it.
He's gonna set the frame of reference of where we all need to be.
This is 5 bowls of soup, dudes.
What?
Holy shit!
This movie gets 5 bowls of soup, bro.
Oh my god. You're easy to please, my friend.
I mean, it's no Vampire Hunter D.
It's no Vampire Hunter D. No, this is a great fucking movie. I don't know. You're gonna tell the world otherwise. Like, dear God, this movie's gotten so much credibility.
This might come as a shock to you, but I don't give a shit what the world thinks. Okay,
that's a lie.
Keep
going though.
Wow.
Yes.
If you didn't care about the world's opinion, you wouldn't have built a social media website where people could put their opinion out there. So you obviously care that people have opinions.
Ooh, shots have been fired. Touche.
Deep, I know. Anyways, your bowl count, sir.
5 bowls of soup from this motherfucker. What do you think? 5 hot, frothy bowls of miso ramen.
Are you matching that?
Oh, you talking to me? Okay.
Are you matching his 5 bowls?
How many bowls of soup do you think this movie deserves?
I'll give her 4.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
It's a solid amount of bowls of soup.
Yep.
What are you doing? Oh, sorry, I zoned out a second. I was looking at what the rabbit
4
was
bowls
talking
of
about. 4?
4 bowls of soup from the Foundation's front. I'd give this 5 bowls of soup. I'm not biased.
I'm gonna give her 4. I'm gonna give her 4 out of 5. I'm telling you, it didn't end the way I wanted it. No.
What did you want out of it? Kiss. You would kiss on the lips?
Babies, a little making babies action.
God damn,
it's too simple. It's too simple.
No.
Hey,
no, you know what? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's hard for me to really give any slice of lifer a 5 out of 5 because
it's not a slice of life movie. It's a sci-fi romance movie.
Oh God, fine.
It's a sci-fi movie.
Any type of romance movie, I have a hard time giving.
Listen, if there's no freaking,
I need for a 5 out of 5. I need a little action. Okay, I need a little action. Now it was pretty cool when the comet came down. I'm all about that.
Uncultured swine.
Hey, I just thought of something really funny.
Both of you.
Look at
my
background.
Both of you.
If you look at my background, there's it's like.
You are a Sasquatch, sir. So you don't even need to have that. You don't even have that. You are a Sasquatch.
You are a Sasquatch.
All right, maybe I should just change my screen name to
the Sasquatch.
Web Squatch. How about that?
Web Squatch. I actually like that name.
All right, we got a new name for him, everybody.
Web Squatch. Okay. So it's my turn this next week to choose the movie.
Yeah, what are you thinking? What do you want to watch?
God. It's fucking hard. I'm so sick of these movies that are good. I really want to do that fight thing that we were talking about, like your 5 best fights that you think are
I wouldn't be able to round that up into a week thing.
You can't just remember 5 of the best. Okay, we'll just try. Next week we'll just try, but we'll watch
my 5 best ones. I can think of tons of fights. Well, and if I were just rattle them off, unfortunately they're all going to be from Overlord, which you two don't want. Okay? So I'm trying to diversify.
That's like saying you enjoy I can't even compare it to something like that's like saying like your favorite food is pickles or some shit like pickled peppers. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Pickled peppers are kind of weird.
I see where you're trying to go with this foundation. I agree, but yeah.
And I agree. Well, and I
the point
agree.
Of doing it was
but
like
you're saying
you can't have two fights in the same anime unless they're drastically different.
I'm just saying, if you give someone short notice, they're just going to rattle off the top fights that come into mind. They're not going to give it a lot of thought. You give people more time to get this list together, I get a better diversified list. That's all I'm saying.
We need a film.
How do you think Family Feud works, sir? You never watch Family Feud?
Yeah,
we talk about anime we watch and then we review movies. That's what the fuck we do here. That's what Toon Soup is.
And we yell at each other.
There's thousands of movies. Yes, we call each other pieces of shit with terrible opinions that are usually wrong.
Wait, you called me a piece of shit?
I call both of you guys pieces of shit on and off air. with wrong opinions. You guys have wrong opinions.
Hated my sci-fi slice of life.
Sci-fi romance.
That piece of shit hated one of the greatest movies to be received in the world. He hated it.
Nobody hated it.
He's a real piece of shit.
Nobody hated it.
No, we need a movie to watch, dude. We got
the rabbit's gonna give it their 10-minute deal.
Shit. What?
Oh my god, I've watched so many terrible goddamn movies.
But
it's
we
not
still
even
haven't
terrible.
seen so
it's
many
just
good
like we're
ones.
not. Like I really like a good action movie, and we haven't watched a good action movie for like ever.
I know I got one.
Movie.
I got one locked and loaded for us, but we're 2 weeks out for that.
What is I was thinking about Makuya.
Never heard of it. So unless you're mispronouncing it.
When the Promised Flower Blooms.
That's a fantasy drama.
Oh,
I know you're gonna just hate it. I can already
love it.
I like fantasy. I like drama, but what is this airing on? Oh, it's on Amazon Prime for free.
Ooh.
But if you want action, this is definitely not an action movie. That's all I'm saying.
No, I thought it was about robots or some crazy shit. Like, I want a good anime about like robots, but not like
mech, like mech.
Not mech. Like more like
action science fiction.
Did you guys ever watch it was like kind of an animated, it wasn't even animated, it was like CG, it was like it's like
I definitely didn't watch it then.
Fuck. It wasn't even CG, it was like real action, but it was like something, it was some lady's name or something. Let me find
it. Man. You're killing me right now, though.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are sorry.
I
just want you to do better.
I really want to watch a good robot anime.
Mech anime. Mech.
No, not
anime or mech. Robots? What about robots is so interesting to you? Why don't you watch iRobot if you're into robots?
I fucking love that movie. Like, Oh, how dare you?
This is what we're dealing with.
How dare you? Like Blom. That was really good.
Yeah, I guess.
God,
what did I give that? 2 bowls of soup? Gee.
I don't know.
No, you gave it more than that.
Demon
I think I maybe gave it 3. You haven't even watched.
Yeah, remember we had a rule. You can't even talk about it. You are not allowed.
You can't even mention the essence of that film until you watch it. Serious.
You guys are so freaking salty.
I'm not salty. I enjoyed watching it. It was so bad. I kind of enjoyed it.
It was certainly an experience, and guess what? You never got to experience that, so you can't.
Every moment you thought couldn't get worse, it did it, and it got worse, and it was like, okay, we're good. Let's keep going with this.
What is that damn movie?
Perfect Blue.
What's that about?
Well, it's Satoshi Kon, so the same dude who did Paprika, which we reviewed.
Yeah.
But it's more, I'd say Perfect Blue is more of a like psychological thriller. It's kind of a suspenseful movie about a female actress that has like this persona of herself, and like as she like goes through, like kind of like loses that. It's almost like Black Swan with Natalie. Like this person starts losing their mind, and she just like loses the grips of her reality and just becomes like crazy. But I love that movie. But that's more psychological thriller. That's kind of more of like a heady mind bender movie.
Man, I don't think you're gonna.
I'm looking up
find
titles right now that might be kind of.
I'm looking up the best 100 anime movies of all time, and I'll find something.
Oh God.
Oh, what? What? I have to watch like some new age slice of life, sci-fi.
It would be nice if you openly branched out, but that's fine.
What do you mean openly branched out?
You know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. That's why I asked.
Stop watching Hero Academia for the 5th time.
Oh, you know what? We're done. We're done. And
I mean, I'm looking here, dude. There's not a lot of like robot. It's just a lot of like mech. I mean, you could do like Astro Boy. You could do stuff like that. I mean, I think if you're looking for small robot size animes, then you're gonna be hard. You're gonna be hard to find, sir.
Robot size. No, like Android, like Bio.
We already did Ghost in the Shell, bro.
We did Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell is like what I really enjoyed that though.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do the Ghost in the Shell 2 or something to that effect. I don't know.
Oh, nothing like a sequel.
Actually, Ghost in the Shell 2 is like a pretty high regarded film. Like that movie actually kicks ass, and people really like it because of the sound design.
I mean, I own it on DVD, so I don't care. But
wow, Galaxy Express 999 is rated 45th. That's interesting.
We're not we talked about this. We're not watching Galaxy Express 9000, dude.
You can watch Mass Effect, the movie.
Oh man, Mass Effect. I remember the 10 minutes of that game I played. I wanted to stab my eyes out.
Yeah, it's a brutal start.
What is it? Ghost in the Shell Innocence? Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
I think that's the movie I'm gonna pick.
Okay.
We have Cowboy Bebop the movie. I know how much you were a big fan of that.
That's the series thing. We don't do movies that are on series according to Ketsu because every time I choose a movie that is part of a series, he throws it down.
Yeah, but this one he wouldn't argue against.
Gutter and
no, we all. My point is that we all have to have seen the series. Otherwise, I don't think there's what's.
All right.
Oh, Battle Angel. That's what the movie was.
Battle Angel.
Battle Angel. It's like a newer movie, but it's also an anime that was made in 1993.
Oh yeah, Alita, Battle Angel.
Yeah. Solid movie.
Yeah, that's. God, wasn't that from like the 70s? It was like an OVA.
1993 was.
Oh yeah, okay.
But there was a newer movie.
Alita, Battle Angel.
Yeah.
Alita, Battle Angel, but that's like live action.
That one's really cool though. I would suggest it if you're looking for something else.
There is, like 54. It's on YouTube. Battle Angel Alita, 1993 full movie, full screen English. It's a short movie. It's not even 60 minutes long.
I found another boxing anime that's kind of cool.
Oh, it's because it's OVA because it's just two episodes. That's what it is. So it's an hour for.
Did you guys end up watching that?
Madhouse.
The boxing anime that I'd suggested.
No, I haven't. I have it in my I have it in my my queue, like my watch list. But
there's another boxing anime that I came across last night that I started watching. And I fell asleep to. That was pretty cool. It's kind of the same. It's like about like fighting with robot arms. I can't remember the name of it. It's just some person's name. Anyway, cool. Well, Yeah, unless I change my mind, I think that's the movie we're gonna watch. Is
What?
Ghost in the Shell 2.
Cool. I'm up for that. I like that movie. Let's do it.
What
Damn,
the-
this girl's got some serious anime eyes. Have you seen the trailer for this?
The live
Alita
action.
Battle. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
she
her
is
eyes
still
are
she
huge.
is still anime as
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
definitely.
They did that on purpose.
yeah.
Actually,
That movie's freaking awesome. I really enjoy it. You know what? There isn't a huge like a lot of anime of or like car style. Like there's Initial D, but there isn't really a whole lot of other, anime like that. You know what I'm saying?
like race, like Fast and the Furious, but anime.
Yeah, kind of.
I feel like it would just become too monotonous. I guess it could be interesting, but
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go hang out with my kid for a bit, and yeah.
all right. Well,
Thanks for coming to the show, and we'll be here next week with Ghost in the Shell 2.
Rabbit.
Yes, sir.
Did you say thank you to Rabbit? You should say thank you to Rabbit, Katsu.
Rabbit, thanks for
Pilled
being with-
by the Rabbit has been chatting with us on the old Chatterbox.
I'm Pilled.
So the chat that we're seeing, guys, I'm pretty sure is from YouTube. So
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah,
all this like naked spam shit that's going on. Is that?
Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm surprised that they even, they censor everybody else.
well, it's just the name, so it's the person's name.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's obviously like
It's a bot. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bot. Like,
spam bot.
You gotta love bots.
love the bot.
All right. We'll see you
Well,
later.
thanks for pilling us, bro.
Yeah, all right. Have a good night, everybody.
See you.